Would you like a fresh start? Then why not begin by going smoke-free and give up smoking? For more information, you can visit the gosmokefree.co.uk website or call the NHS helpline on 0800 169 0169. Lines are opened 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Hi, and welcome to A Month for Emotions with me, Jennifer Valentine Miller. Today, I'm pleased to announce that I'll be interviewing Marcia Walder Thomas, who is an acclaimed singer, songwriter, worship leader, teacher, and speaker. On her journey, she has been part of a few groups that include True Solace, who had great success in the USA during the 90s. She's also supported gospel artists including Donnie McClurkin, Noel Robinson, Miranda Curtis, and Misha Stampley, to name but a few. And most recently, her song No Failure earned her the coveted title Worship Song of the Year at the first Women of Worship Awards. Earlier during the week, I presented Marcia with some all-important questions. Welcome, Marcia.
Hi.
Thank you for being with me today. Can I start off by asking, your EP, It's Mine, it had a reggae vibe.
Yes.
Did you feel comfortable doing that as a worship leader?
Yes. Yeah. Comfortable in the sense that I think that worship is worship regardless of what genre of music it is. But it was an idea of my husband, actually. He said, Mars, this song, I think you could try a reggae vibe on this. And I was like, I don't really do reggae because it's nothing that I've never really tried it. But he said, have a go. And I tried it and I loved it. And the majority of people out there that listened to it and bought it, they loved it too. So it was good. It was good. I think it was a good decision.
When did you know you wanted to be a singer?
The thing about it is I come from a musical family. And my mum sings, my dad sings. My dad used to play the banjo. My brothers sing, my sisters sing, my cousins sing. So it was always in the family. And I always say to mum that I believe that I came out of the womb singing. I remember when I was at junior school, primary school, they used to put three of us on the table to sing because we were so tiny. But it was from then, I think. I loved it. And throughout the years, that's what I've always known. So it was something that I was born with, the gift of to sing. It was a gift and I embrace it and I love it.
Can you tell us about your True Solace days? I know that was in the 1990s. Was it a mainstream girls band or
it was
gospel?
It was gospel, but it was quite contemporary at that time. Many people listened to it, and I think that music was before its time. And there's five of us. Most of us were from the same church, and we used to be on the same worship team. And then our producer had an idea of putting together this band, and we named it True Solace. True being true to who we were, and solace means peace. Yeah. And we named it that. And it was, I think that everything that happened during that time in my life has helped to prepare me for where I am today. Teamwork, we had to work as a team, and you get clashing personalities. I don't mean blown out big old fights and stuff like that, but difference in ideas, difference in how a song should sound and who should do the lead vocal, whose voice was best suited for it. Things like that. We were able to go to America because we were signed by Universal Studios, so we were in America. That's where we did our photo shoot. We did radio interviews. So it was a good time, but I feel that was that season of my life that prepared me for where I am today. And some of the friends that I had in that band, we're still connected today, so I give God thanks for that.
Would you say that your mental health was ever challenged whilst in the forefront, in the limelight?
I think you will always have challenges, and there are challenges in throughout my life. I always felt that I was quite insecure, and I felt that I was never good enough, and people would never invite me to concerts because I wasn't what they were looking for. So mentally, I was always challenged to the point where at times I felt depressed, I felt downhearted, I felt sad. But throughout the years, I've learned to embrace the gift that I am, the gift in me. And I'm learning every day not to compare myself with others, because I believe that we all have a purpose, we all have a different gift that will inspire others. And when we compare ourselves to others, we're basically saying to the Creator that I'm not happy with who I am. I'm not happy with who you created me to be. So there's always challenges mentally, but it's about ensuring that you don't follow those and go with it, and ensuring that you stay clear-headed. The Bible talks about renewing your mind daily, and so it's a continual renewal and praying and asking God to help you, to keep you, that you don't go off the rails, and just to stay sober and focused on Him.
Would it be a similar question if I asked, how do you remain motivated?
Yes, remaining motivated is knowing that there's a message that you have that you need to tell someone else. So that is enough to keep you motivated. And I think that my husband, I must say that he is one of the greatest motivators for me. My husband, my family, because there have been times when I felt like I can't do this anymore. And he said, come on, Mars, come on, you need to get this together. You need to do this. I've had friends in the past that have encouraged me also to keep going. My family, my mom, she's a praying woman. She's my biggest supporter. And she's like, Mars, God will open those doors. God will keep you. God will see you through. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, God is able to see you through. So I keep myself motivated by believing in the gift that is in me, believing that there is a call on my life, believing that there are hearts, there are lives that I need to touch. And as long as I do that, I'm able to do it. So each different environment that I go into, I know that there's at least one person in there that I need to minister to.
With the fourth quarter of the year nearly approaching, have you kept any of your New Year's resolutions?
I used to have New Year's resolutions, and then I thought, I don't really keep them so much. I plan ahead, but they're not so much New Year's resolutions. They're like goals, and I think this is what I'd like to do that year. And I believe that I'm on track in certain aspects not like losing weight, not so great, but I've done a little, but not so great. But in terms of releasing the album, I believe that we're moving forward to that. So hopefully by November we should have done that. So not New Year's resolutions, but goals, yes.
Which of the music awards inspires you?
I think there are so many. In America, they've got like the Dove Awards. That seems to be a great award to achieve. Here we have the MOBA Awards, and it would be wonderful to be nominated for maybe a MOBA award, because I've seen people that have been nominated, and even if they haven't won, they've said, I've been nominated for this award. So I think that's a good. And there are other awards like within the gospel industry. Some of them I'm not so sure of, but whatever awards that enables me to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, it's just another outlet, it's another avenue. So if people want to nominate me for any awards, come on, step it up. Nominate me, yes. I'm happy to be nominated, yeah.
Which Bible character would you aspire to, and why?
I love David. I love King David. And I love King David because the Bible says that he had a heart after God's own heart. And he was a worshipper. And although he had flaws, like many of us, I have flaws. He had flaws. But what I loved about him, he was repentant. He never came to God and said, oh, this is me, you need to accept me, this is who I am. If he knew he was in error, he always went and said, forgive me, Lord. And hence the reason I think that God said he's a man after my own heart, because he was just transparent before God, and I loved that. And I loved that he was able to pen so many different songs. I love that, because I've been writing for a long time. And I think David.
You're an advocate of being more than a person in a box. Can you explain that?
More than a person in a box. I think for many years, people will frame you and they'll put on you who they believe you are, who they think you are, or what they think you should be doing. And put it this way, for many years people put me in a box and said that you're a soprano. This is what you need to sing. But I now know that I'm a natural alto. I'm able to do just under the soprano, but I'm not a natural soprano. I'm an alto tenor. And so I was put in this box for a long time, and I was kind of forced to stay in that box. And I found that in life, many times people put you in boxes and they departmentalize who they think you should be or who they think you are. And there's no one other than God that defines who you are. And this is what I'm loving about where I am now, is that no one's going to box me in. I'm just going to fly. I'm going to soar like an eagle, because I'm beginning to understand who I am and I know whose I am. So no more boxing in. I'm ready to soar. Yes.
So what advice can you give those who are not able to enter full-time ministry?
I'm not in full-time ministry, and I believe it's something that I'd love to do, because you find that in America, a lot of the musicians are in full-time ministry. And I believe that if you believe that that is the call of God in your life, just keep doing what you're doing whilst you're waiting for that to be manifested. It may be years, it may be days, but keep doing something, keep moving forward, keep ploughing and keep sowing, because you will reap that harvest. If you believe that's in your heart, I'm sure the Bible says that God will give you the desires of your heart. And obviously it's according to his will. It's according to his will, because sometimes we have desires, but it's not necessarily what is going to happen in life for us. But if someone is believing that is where God is leading them, I think they should hold on to that and trust that God will open the doors for that to happen.
The worship song Lord, I Look to You was one of your album tracks. Why that song?
It was a song that I put on when I did a few things on YouTube. And what I love about that song, although I didn't write it myself, the words, God, I look to you. I won't be overwhelmed. Give me vision. Just to see things the way that you see them, God. And I found that when everything around you seems to be falling apart, you can guarantee that God is always there in your corner. And I found that in those quiet moments when it's just me and God, I can say, God, I look to you. I'm not overwhelmed by anything that's happening around me, but I can see clearly if you give me the vision to see clearly. To see the things, God, the way that you see the things, to see what I'm going through, the way that you see it, knowing that I'm going to come out of this. I will love you, Lord my God. I will love you, Lord my strength. I will love you, God, regardless of what's happening. I'll continue to love you. And I love that song because the lyrics, I can tell that the person who penned that song, they have experienced life. And when they penned that song, they were at a place where they said, God, I look to you. And I love it.
And finally, you have your own record label. How can people get to know about you?
Okay, I have my own EP and some singles out, and the album will be out November this year, God willing. People can get in touch with me. They can contact me, reach me on all social media platforms. I've got a Facebook page, so it's Marcia, Walder Thomas, Marcia Double T. They can download my tracks on SoundCloud and all the social media platforms. I'm there.
That's good.
Yes.
Marcia, thank you for lunchtime meeting on A Month of Emotions.
Thank you very much for interviewing me. Thank you.
I will be what God said that I will be. Oh yes, I'll succeed in the things He's planned for me. Every word He's spoken in my life will cement my destiny. There is no failure, no failure over me. I will be what God said that I will be. Oh yes, there's no limits to the gifts He's placed in me. As every word He's spoken in my life now cements my destiny. There is no failure, no failure over me. I can do all things through Christ, the creator of my life. I can rise above the storm clouds in my life. Oh, 'cause I'm the head and not the tail. I'm above and not beneath. Every word that God has said will come to pass. Whoa, I will be what God said that I will be. Oh yes, I'll succeed in the things He's planned for me.